Hey y'all, it's your girl E Doug, and I am back with a video. I always go on these hiatus where I'm here, then I'm not here. But I really am trying to do my best. This has been a very hectic summer. But today I'm going to tell you guys about my state board experience because I am licensed, which is really cool. So I want to share my experience and tell y'all how I had to completely change the way that I did state board in the matter of hours. So keep watching. So state board, what do everybody want to know when they graduate esthetician school? They want to know about state board. How was it? What does it look like? How'd it go? Who was there? What is everybody saying? That's what me and a couple of people that I went with, those are the questions that I feel like people were asking. My experience. What I would say by really saying nothing at all is I kind of got the short end of the stick from the school that I went to. Won't say any names. It is what it is. But the way that I learned ended up not being the correct way. Some of you may or may not know that California changed the way that they do state board from July 1st, 2021 on. So there was many changes. So I think that my school maybe just did not have all the tools to get us to do it correctly. So just by nature, I was watching the people who went before me and I was like, whoa, something's got to change. I got to figure something else out. So that's what I did literally the night before because it got really intense. And my teacher, this is really funny, did not want me to take my test. She said, I don't think you're ready. You know, you haven't been in because, in July I had COVID and I was out for like 3 weeks. And then I had to catch up, and my test was on August the 10th. So it was like everything was just happening at once. And she's like, I don't think that you were ready. And I'm like, nah, I'm not about to sit and wait for state board to make me wait another month or 2 months. I don't know if we're going to get shut back down. Nah, I'm going to take my test. So I literally stayed up and I looked at a video. I'm going to put the link to the video on this YouTube. And what I did was I took the video from the lady on YouTube who said this was the new way, and I pretty much meshed it together with the way that I was taught from school. So I went through my entire bag. I took out things that were completely unnecessary. We used to make these basic setup bags, which would totally didn't even really matter. I got rid of that. I looked at the things that she was doing that we didn't do, and I kind of figured out what we didn't do from that. So I would encourage you, don't just learn the way that your school taught you. Search online, look on the internet. I'm going to put a video also at the bottom of this post. Look and see what other schools are doing. Because even when I was there, I completely thought I failed. I was like, there's no way that I passed this. I dropped items on the floor literally 5 or 6 times. There was 2 sessions I didn't even finish. But I got all the way to the end, but I didn't quite finish it, and I still passed. So I think it was more about what I added in from watching that video, what my school was pretty much missing. It was the infection control. I think that no matter what you do on the state board test, the infection control, that is the most important part about this entire thing. You drop anything on the floor, use your protocol, grab your napkin, pick it up off the floor. When you're switching from the new client to the old client to the new client, make sure that you wipe everything down, your barbicide, your hand sanitizer, wipe it all down. So those are things that I decided to learn. That was literally, I started working on it 5 o'clock in the afternoon the night before I had state board. I stayed up until 1 a.m. I remembered everything in my head. I totally forgot how to do the massage techniques that we learned, but I learned from that video that I'm going to put down We only needed to do the 4 techniques, so I just remembered it in my head. And then that morning, we took the test at 8 a.m. And after the test at 8 a.m., I probably was done like 8:45. My next test, the practical, was not until 1 o'clock. So from 9 o'clock to like 12:30, I ended up just staying in my car with one of my classmates who had the same date as me, and we just watched all of the video again, just to make sure whatever was missing, we could just see it again. And I literally did it all off of memory and kind of meshed what I had already knew from my school with that video, and it worked. So I'm not recommending that anybody do it the way that I did, but I do know that things come up and people don't feel as confident, or they don't feel like their school prepared them. I would definitely learn more than one way, or at least watch a video of another way. And if you see the other school doing something that your school may not have done, just add it in there. Doesn't mean you need to change the entire way, because there's multiple ways to do the state board. But I do think that it is important to try to work on it. But if you are crunched for time, or got a short amount of time like I did, I'm gonna link the video that really helped me, and I just kind of meshed it. As far as the written exam, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm an LVN. I'm pretty used to taking tests. Not to say that nobody should study, but I barely studied. I kind of just, remember things. So I went on Quizlet.com and I looked up state board examinations, and a lot of the questions that were on Quizlet that I studied, and they let you print out the flashcards, was on the state board. It was a lot of the questions that were there. So yeah, I was pretty nervous. I thought that I failed the exam. I was sweating as everybody was walking up to find out if they passed or not. I was like so happy, for the girls that I was with, but I was just like, oh my God, like, why is this happening to me? Like, I just knew, I was being so dramatic. Like, I just knew that I failed, because I was like, no way that I could do this in this short amount of time. And then when I went up to the counter, the lady was like, oh, congratulations. I was like, on what? And she was like, oh, well, you're an esthetician now. I'm like, I passed both? Because I genuinely was like, nah, I didn't think I passed. And she was like, no, you passed both. And she's like, here's your license. And I couldn't believe, I was like in total disbelief. I think I even dropped down on my knees and started like praising God, because I was like, thank you, God. Like, it's been a long year. It's been a pandemic. I started this last year. Like, it's been such a hold up, such a pain in that, just to get all of this going. So, I don't know. I know that I didn't do it the traditional way. A lot of these girls study for time. I did not. I just kind of winged it. And now I'm taking my classes to do what I need to do. Everybody doesn't have that skill, but if you're crunched for time for state board, Quizlet, and just watch multiple videos and try to learn more than one way from your school. And yeah. So I did all this video just to share with you guys that I am licensed. I'm going to have a drink to that. Ready? Yes. So, all you Esties out there who are in school still and are waiting to take your test, and you just came across my video because you might be trying to find some answers and stuff, feel free to leave some comments. I do talk back. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at the Melanin Nurse INC. Right now, I haven't been posting all my new content, but I will be posting more. I am going to also be posting about my renovations. I'm getting my studio redone. So you guys keep watching with me. Press that subscribe button. Stay in touch. Again, my name is E. Doug. I get forward to creating a space here where we all can just talk about the things we're doing as Esties and as clients and people who want to learn more about skin, where I'm going to be learning right with you. So cheers to everyone who is about to take their test or who just passed their test for their esthetician in the state of California or any state across the board. If you would like to book an appointment with me, go to nurseyourmelanin.com, and I look forward to seeing you guys during the next video.